Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. Today is the final episode of Project 1 of the 31 Projects of Halloween. Oh, pumpkin's a little tilted. Oops. So, this is the final result of my couple days of work. And it's been on and off, so I really think you could finish this in one day, and you could adjust the size of it and everything. So, for those of you who haven't been following me, my journey to complete this, so day one, I picked graveyard as my word of inspiration, and I had to create something. So I went through a couple ideas, then I talked to my wife, who had a bunch of great ideas, took that, and then ran with it and ended up making a graveyard that is filled with cat toy headstones for my cat. I almost said my wife. I don't think she would like catnip, but who knows? I mean, I won't make a dirty joke. I promise I won't. So, if you want to make this, there is a really great. First, we'll start with the grass. That's what I started with, and then that kind of dictate how many headstones you can fit in. You want to fit in how tightly packed you want them. If you want to put a mausoleum or something like that, or if you want to do a gate around, that would be awesome. There's a bunch of different options for what you can do. My cat has been loving on this. Every night I wake up, or every morning I wake up, the toys are all strewn everywhere. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I did, how I did it. So I watched this video by, I believe, the Crochet Crowd. I'm going to link that video down below. And it's how to make crochet grass. And it is the loop stitch. So all you have to know is how to do the half double crochet. And from then he teaches you how to do the loop stitch, and then you have little loops all over, and then you cut them and they become a grass-like texture. It's really cool. It'd be really great for a bath mat, or a mat when you a little area rug for when you get out of bed, all that stuff. It'd be great. So I did that, and I just made it whatever. I don't have my measuring tape, so I just kind of went with whatever area I wanted. I wanted something for my cat to play with. Initially, I was gonna put anti-slip, like drawer liners, on the bottom, but he mostly plays on it on the carpet, so doesn't really need it. So it would have been kind of an unnecessary step. If you have less carpet and more non-carpeted floors, then you might want to do an anti-slip pad underneath, and you can get that at Dollar Tree and stuff like that. So not usually a big concern there. So then I picked out some grays. When you guys saw the first video, my starting video, I had a lot of, I had 4 grays picked, I think, and I ended up picking the cheapest 2, and that's what I would go with. I wouldn't use your expensive nice yarn on this project, because it's really just going to get torn up by your cat. Not only does this have catnip in it, but you can also put catnip in the grass, so your cat can kind of get this like sniffy, sensory, tickly sensation as well. Up to you. So I started my first headstone, which was this one right here. I used a 4mm crochet hook. I felt like that was a little bit big, that I was having catnip come through the yarn, so I moved down to a 3.5mm hook, and I haven't had as much of a problem with that. So just something to keep in mind. You can crochet between 6 to 10 for these size stitches across, and then you do an additional stitch to have a turning stitch, and then I just single crocheted up to where I thought it should be all the same size, and I started doing my decreases. I would do one on one side, and then I would single crochet, and then it would, the last 2 stitches um, I would decrease, and then my next row would be all the same, all single crochet, and then if I was going to continue decreasing, I would kind of alternate, so it made a more rounded look instead of something that was that just like was like a pyramid stack and just decreasing like that. Although this one kind of did end up a little bit more pointy than I had expected. I thought it would be more rounded, but it was just playing with different shapes and different sizes and having fun, and that was a big part of it. So if you're wondering how they're standing up, um, well, let me go back one second. So part of the reason I didn't mark any of the graves with RIP or skull and crossbones like I initially planned is because this is a toy for a cat. My cat is going to tear it out. It's going to be torn up instantly, and it's going to take me a lot of time when he doesn't really care about those kind of details. I think it looks cool just like it is. So it was a creative decision to not do it. Or like do puff paint. I didn't want her to swallow it. But if you're doing this for display, puff paint would be really great. That's what I would do personally. But because I don't like I don't like embroidery as much. I'm just not that good at it. So if you're wondering how they're standing up, they each have a little bit of Velcro on the bottom, so they come up super easy. And it's just a little tiny piece of Velcro, that little black piece right there. It's just a little tiny piece of Velcro, and it holds them up just enough for them to sit still and not fall down. But any other like light touch and they fall over. And that's exactly what I wanted. If you want more hold, you can use industrial strength Velcro, or you can use just more Velcro. If you have a flatter bottom that can hold more Velcro, then you can put more. But because I wanted it for my cat, I just wanted him to be able to knock it over really quickly and then be able to drag it up over. And then this is just when we're putting it up for the night. So I just used a pinch of catnip. I used Smarty Cat catnip with Silvervine, which I don't know what Silvervine is, but it seems to be really working because I got this from Walmart, and this is the most interested he's been in catnip in a while. So, and he is playing with these toys night after night, which is really great. If you find that they start playing with it less and less, it's because the catnip and the oils have kind of dried up and they need to be reinvigorated. So what you can do is called marinate your toys, which is where you put them in like a Ziploc bag or a Tupperware, anything like that, anything sealable, and you put catnip in the bag with like free catnip with within the bag or the whatever, and this will help kind of the oils of catnip kind of get back on your toys. And this can be done with any cat toys, not just the ones that you've made. So just so you know. So yeah, so I would recommend cheap yarn. The grass, you can use whatever yarn you want. In the video for how to make the yarn, he uses Heartland, and it's the green Heartland, and looking at it on camera, it looked very blue, but in person it actually looks very green and very pretty. And if I was to buy another yarn to make grass again, I probably would do that, although I really like this grass too. It's all good. I mean, it's green, you get the picture. I have 4 headstones right now, and I am planning on just keeping it at 4, and then if he ruins one, something happens, whatever, gets lost, I can make more. It's not a big deal. These are very easy to make. This is a very beginner-friendly project because you can be super creative. I would say the loop stitch takes a little bit of time to get the hang of, and also it just makes you a lot slower. It just takes a while to do that stitch, unfortunately. So it took me a long time, which is why one of the reasons why I ditched the diorama project, to be honest, because I was like, I don't want to make something this big. but yeah, I just made it to whatever size I wanted and just went with it. So and then this is the Velcro I used. I used the sticky back. So I didn't even hot glue this. If you wanted to display this, I would suggest not only sewing, but maybe like hot glue first. Hot glue your tombstone down first, and then sew around it, just so it really, really holds on tight. And then you can pick it up, move it, do whatever you want to, and it's always going to stay nice and tight, and it's going to be upright as well. If you are making bigger tombstones, like if you have a lot of these big ones, then you might want to use a little pipe cleaner or dowel rod or something like that, just to keep it upright, because like they do have a little bit of tendency to fall down. But it's like I said, if you do the Velcro and you're just making this for a cat, it's fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a great time doing this. I loved it, and it makes me super happy to make something that I know my cat loves. So have a great day. Keep on watching more for 31 projects of Halloween, and I hope to continue surprising you and pleasing you. Sure, we're gonna go with that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.